Hey guys, man, Action bring us some more Digimon stories. Cyber Sleuth. In the last part, we did a couple of missions, and today's part we're gonna continue on filling up that list. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've been gone for a month, doing a bunch of stuff and like revising for exams and stuff. But I'm back. I should now. I'm gonna try my best to try and get a part uploaded per day, and try and get through the game as quickly as possible because I want to move on before September comes. So yeah, the team is pretty much the same until last time. So yeah, I haven't played this game in about a month, so yeah, a lot I have to relearn, but it should be okay. Getting all of us together for a job, that sounds pretty extravagant. Who's the client? The aquarium in Ikebukuro. So the client is a fish? Of course not. It's the aquarium manager. It's a theft case. It seems some thieves have been breaking in. Too bad. It just sounds like an ordinary case. But theft, surely that's more of a police matter. The police have passed the case on to us. Huh? That's a bit weird. I guess it's not an ordinary case. I see you're all here. Thanks for agreeing with this. Let me introduce the client. This is Mr. Mitsushita, manager of the Ikebukuro Aquarium. Keep in mind that everything we discuss must be kept absolutely confidential. Now I'll explain the situation. Fish have been going missing from our tanks every night for some time now. Because of the cunning methods employed by the thieves, it took us more than a month to notice that anything was wrong. Hang on a sec, can I ask you something first? Yes, what? What fish has been stolen? For starters, sea bream, flounders, and seahorses. Wow, maybe the thieves want to start their own aquarium. This is no laughing matter. You should take it more seriously. Hey, you laugh and he gets mad at me. What else was stolen? Some sharks. I thought sharks were huge. How could they steal them? The sharks in our aquarium are a small species. They're only about 30 centimeters long. I never knew there were small sharks. They don't sound very scary. Clownfish, conger eels, jellyfish, sardines, spider crabs, and penguins and sea otters have also been stolen. That many? Let me see, what else? What about cod? Were any cod stolen? No, we don't have cod in the aquarium. Oh, I see. Erica, the issue isn't what was stolen. How could you not notice all those missing animals for a whole month? Well, the thieves, they employed very cunning methods. Yeah, right. Are you sure it's not because you old geezers aren't up for the job? I don't know what to say to that. Hey, show some respect for your elders. Hackers rely on information to do their jobs, so you should listen to everything the client has to say. Isn't that right, Ryuji? That's right. Sorry for the interruption. Please continue. We don't know why, but the thieves always return the animals to where they belong after a few hours. Huh? What the? So the exhibits are stolen during the night and returned before we open the next day. More specifically, they usually return after about an hour. I can't speak. Oh god, I can't speak. That's why we didn't notice it for over a month. I can see why. Okay, so why didn't you just say that the first time? Pardon me. She means, how did you eventually notice what was going on? Oh, I see. Unless something happens, the CCTV camera footage is wiped every month without being watched. A member of our staff noticed what was happening while racing the footage. It showed some masked men carrying away the fish tanks at lightning speed. Then they returned in about an hour and put them back in exactly the same place, right down to the millimeter. Those are some weird ass thieves. This is what makes this case so bizarre. They risk being caught just to return what they took. Yeah, isn't this a job for the police? Ordinarily, yes, but my supervisors have been at loggerheads about how to handle it. I'll spare you the details, but this case isn't exactly technically classified as theft. Well, it is. If you steal something, just because you put it back doesn't mean you've done. You still did the theft, right? So even though you put it back, you still done something wrong. So whatever. The perpetrator's behavior of always returning the exhibit means that the owner isn't permanently deprived of their property. Of course, if we knew who they were, we could nail them for trespassing on private property, but trespassing cases aren't a high priority. My superiors have decided that we can spare the resources to investigate this case right now. Come off it, that just sounds like an excuse for them being lazy. That's a bit of an exaggeration. Detective Masayoshi can't be everywhere at once. It's okay, I've got a thick skin. That's why I resorted to bringing Mr. Matsushita here to meet with you in secret. These Japanese names are really difficult to speak. The aquarium is actually scheduled to undergo a major renovation soon. If word of this gets out, we might end up losing our grant and might even have to shut down permanently. I suppose it would be risky to give a grant to an aquarium where thieves come and go at will. The CCTV footage is evidence of trespassing. If we can find out who they are, I'll arrest them. Please tell us everything you know, then we'll decide whether or not to take the case. The thieves always make their move during gaps in security guard patrol schedules. Of course, we change the routes and hand over times every day. Even so, there are always known the times when there are the fewest guards. How about security? Do you have motion sensors or infrared beams? The thieves disabled our security system, so the alarm never goes off. Is this some crappy old security system? Far from it, it's brand new. One of the thieves must be a highly skilled hacker. I heard there are lots of top-notch hackers in Eden. You don't suspect us, do you? Of course not. Matayoshi told me all about you. He said you wouldn't be capable of something like this. How nice of him to say that. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant you wouldn't be capable of committing a crime like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be asking for your help. Isn't that right, Mr. Mizusita? Right, sorry, I phrased it badly. I would really like Hoodie to uncover the truth. Oh my god, look at Erica. She is like staring daggers into that guy. So what's it gonna be? We take the case. I think we should take the case. Nah, then let's take it. Yeah. I wonder what will happen if we said no. Do we just, is that the end of the I don't know. This is the first time playing this game, so everything is new. Added is stones. I will, but what should I do if I find anything? Cleanse it straight away. Make sure you don't touch it. Understood. Thanks again. Okay, let's go over the case. Okay, we know about the case. There are people stealing fishes. What do you mean? Do you know who they are? No idea. How about you, new boy? Maybe the criminals love fish. It's not enough to just look at them. They want to swim with them. Why don't this? Then why go? Yeah, why return them? If you just take them, maybe they realize they're too difficult to keep. You have to control the water temperature, water quality, and stuff like that. It's difficult even for a professional. So the next day they still. So the next day they steal different fish. Within an hour, realizing they're also difficult to keep, and they return them and repeat that 30 times. They have to be really stupid. Or there's something we're missing. In any case, we need more clues. I agree. Hang on a sec. I connect to the aquarium server. I'll take a look at the security system log. Find something? It looks like the thieves accessed it via cyberspace. They've deleted the logs, but that's not enough to stop me. They've been careful, but not careful enough. There are still traces of the deleted logs. They should do it. Damn, they've covered their tracks. Chitose, forward the data to me. I think I know how to uncover their route. Okay, you take things from here. Once we know where they access the server from, Axel and I will hack them. That sound good to you? Yes, sir. I got the address. Alright. We're going with Ryuji. Be careful. Did she say that to Ryuji? I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. Anyway. I guess it's time. Let's make our way to the server. The team is not different from the last time. I haven't done anything. So let's make our way to Eden. Turn back door. And look at this modern place. Okay. What is it? Quiz time. What is the name of the site? Buy Digimon. The Digimarket, I think. Can't remember. Anyway, here we are at this place. There's an item over here. Before we do anything, let's go. Farm expansion plugin. That's very useful. Can't go there, so I guess we have to hack this one. Code scanner. Is that no? Which one is it? Root access. There we go. So yeah, to use root access, let me just have a look at the hiding skill. We need to have, you have to have one or more. You should have one or more champion level Digimon in your possession by now. We're pretty far in the game. If you don't, then I'm not sure what to tell you. Okay. Man, this is. We had to do this like 3 times. Really? Was this really needed? Anyway, keep going. Look, there's someone there. Is this a girl? Welcome to my aquarium. I'm Minamo Taki. Oh god, I'm not gonna say that. I'm surprised you found this place. Are you the police? We're like detectives. It doesn't matter who you are. You've got nothing on me. Can we ask you a question? What is this place? What are you doing here? As you've come all this way, I'll give you a special tour of my aquarium. She didn't answer either of my questions. Have you noticed? This place looks exactly like the Ikebuku aquarium. How observant. It's a perfect digital copy of the aquarium's buildings, facilities and animals. It's almost complete. I see. So you did create this place, but did you really need to resort to theft? You can find lots of similar data for fish and buildings on the net. You don't get it. Similar isn't enough. It has to be a perfect reproduction. The buildings and the decor can be recreated from photos, but how the animals look and move can't be scanned from ordinary photos and videos. They have some very rare fish. There's no information anywhere about the types of tanks and equipment they use. And it's not as if I could go up to them and ask to borrow their precious fish and equipment, right? I see, so you steal them, copy them, and then return them? Steal? Please don't use that word. I just borrowed them and scanned them with a 3D scanner. No one could accuse me of stealing. So it seems, but you are suspected of trespassing on private property. I hate that. In the virtual world, people are free to go where they like. The real world is so full of restrictions. Although, you're not quite right. I didn't actually trespass. What do you mean? Breaking into the aquarium, finding the exhibit, removing it, then returning it safe and sound, all within a short space of time? I had a team of international super thieves. They didn't leave any evidence, and I haven't committed any crime. Did you hire someone to do the hacking as well? I asked the Digimon and a hacker to help with that. Of course, I didn't do anything myself, and any evidence is long gone by now. The most difficult part was scanning everything perfectly in the short time between acquiring the exhibits and returning them. I bought an entire studio for that. So it's just a very expensive hobby. It takes more than money. I have to be smart too. That's why you'll never pin anything on me. I haven't caused anyone any trouble, even you. And look, this place is almost finished. My own private aquarium. Well, I'll have to hand it to you. This place certainly looks beautiful. Thank you. That makes me so glad to hear. But it doesn't sit right with me. It's also got the ugliest thing I've ever seen, in a sense. Ugly? What do you mean? Yeah, you spent a lot of money, but you didn't get your hands dirty. You got other people to do it for you. So much for the perfect crime. What? The law can't bring you to justice, but unluckily for you, we aren't the law. We're hackers. We'll make sure you're punished. This aquarium will never be completed. That's too bad. Looks like I'm going to have to dispatch my first visitors. I knew she seemed too willing to talk. She never intended us to leave here. Digimon battle. She's got to fish out Digimon, and I don't know what the other one is. That's a new one. Colamon? Colamon. That's a new one. 2 data types. So what we need, data types are weak to, I believe. Yeah, they're weak to freaking. The words are not leaving my head. They're weak to virus types. There we go. I'm not an idiot, guys. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's hit these guys up. Come on, boom. Not gonna do much damage, but our 2 virus type Digimon will do the trick. Destruction cannon or death claw? It's 100. We'll go for destruction cannon. It's better. Ooh, the damage. So much damage. Ice blast. We resist that. Destruction cannon. Nightmare. We'll go for destruction cannon. Bye bye. Next one. Okay, we only got one guy left. Let's just hit him with everything we got. Ooh, we got a critical in there. And there we go. Ooh. Okay. 1,736 XP and close to 1,000 yen. Okay. Zagormon leveled up. Torimon leveled up. Mark Rush. Do we want it? I don't think so. I'll think about it. I'll think about it later. Anyway, Digimon leveled up. Eagomon leveled up, and I think Eagomon can now Digivolve. So after this, we'll see if that is the case. I've always wanted to live in an aquarium. What? Especially that aquarium. It's a tall building, like a seabed for the sky. So you have an attachment to that aquarium? Yeah, so many memories. I went all the time as a child, at least once a week. You also where I went on my first date. But they're going to have a major renovation soon. Did you hear about that? Yes, we did. I was shocked when the final design was announced. It was more like a nightclub or a casino. They're going to have pop groups singing with tropical fix. Don't you think that's tacky? It's the way things are now. It is tacky. That made me feel better. At least someone agrees with me. I agree with you. Like, why would you have a pop group? Wouldn't that like disturb the fish? But they really wouldn't take any notice. Things never go my way in the real world. So I decided to observe it myself. Just has it always been, and just how I remembered it. Did you have to like spend all that money and all that time just to do that? Whatever, man. People are weird. I kept trying to think of ways to make the aquarium fun. When all said and done, you didn't intend to cause anyone any trouble. You just wanted to recreate the aquarium for yourself, correct? That's right. But we can't just look the other way. Memories aren't about preserving data. They're something you keep inside for the rest of your life. Maybe you're right. If you're going to report me, just do it. Don't do it. Come on, leave the girl alone. She didn't really leave anything. A little bit sorry for her. I guess. I don't know. Looks like the case has all been wrapped up. The aquarium will send payment. What's the matter with you? Why the long face? There's something bothering me about this case. I hope it turns out to be nothing. By the way, I met the perpetrator. I can't go into detail, but she's the only daughter of a very wealthy man. He recently passed away and left her his entire fortune. Her father died recently, but she hired people to steal the exhibits and hack the security. Surely there's no evidence. Exactly. That's why the aquarium has dropped the complaint. It receives extremely rare creatures from other aquariums and research institutes around the world for special exhibitions and the like. Any rumors of security problems will soon put an end to that. Now we know who was behind it all. After being arrested, she promised she'd never do it again. The aquarium is happy to leave it as that. So, she'll be released tomorrow. Sir! Calm down, Ryuji. I know how you feel, but we have no other choice. No one was hurt and no actual damage was caused. I'm sure you agree she's learned her lesson. No, I don't. How can you release her so soon? She's not being charged. We can't just hold her. Tomorrow. She'll be out in a few days. Call the aquarium manager right now. What? Why? Why is Ryuji so desperate? I'm going to the aquarium. Wait here. Ryuji Matsuyoshi, did you find what you were looking for? Ryuji was right. We found a nasty little surprise. I couldn't believe it. What did you find? I don't feel comfortable saying in front of you, Erica. It's fine. She's a hacker just like us. Plastic explosives said to be detonated at any time. Damn! They were attached to the undersides of the tanks. They were returned. They're small, but detonating them all at once would let... Oh my god, she was a terrorist? Good question. How did you know they would be there? You had a feeling. Right there from the start. She created an exact copy of the aquarium in her own private cyberspace. It was as if she'd combined time and space itself as well as herself. I had to ask myself, what someone of that mindset would do once they'd accomplished everything they set out to do. Tell us, what did she intend to do? I feared that she tried to keep the aquarium all to herself by destroying the one in the real world, even though she knew it was about to be renovated. Don't look so worried. Unless she actually pressed the detonator, everything I just said is nothing more than a theory. I don't have any evidence that she planted the explosive. Once again, we can't pin anything on her. By now, she's probably moved the virtual aquarium to a small server and disappeared somewhere far away from here. I'm annoyed she can't. We can't hold her to account, but at least nothing at least nothing will happen to the aquarium if she presses the detonator now. The only positive is that no one's been hurt in all this. It's been an unusual case. Nothing will happen to the aquarium if she presses the detonator. However, there might be a catastrophic result somewhere else instead. Somewhere else? What do you mean? Oh my god! Memories aren't about preserving data. There's something you keep inside you for the rest of your life. What did you mean by that? Nonsense. This is where I'm going to stay for the rest of my life. It may be missing a few finished touches, but it's all mine. When I press this detonator, my aquarium will be the one like it in the there. Well, the only one like it in the world. I got that right. Deletion program activated. All data in cyberspace will be erased. Ha 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 ha! Ah, nice. All data in the cyberspace will be erased. Erased? How? Why? No! My aquarium! Nice going, Ryuji. You know, you want to know what happened to that girl? Okay, I'll let you know something. When we went to see her, I installed a program to delete all data in that cyberspace. I linked the execution seed to the destination signal for the explosives she planted in the real aquarium. That's all I did. Memories aren't about preserving data, you keep them inside you. Maybe I'm naive, but because of this high-tech age we live in, that's what I truly believe. Do you think I got through to her? I wonder if she could resist pressing the detonator. Who knows? Well, we know. That thing's gone now. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today's part. A very interesting little story about what it means to have memories. You store them inside you and all that crap. Yeah, you're a hacker. Hackers are really special. I hope you can teach these things. You're still new to hacking. If you have any questions, I'll answer at the forum. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's part, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not do that. I think I know if I turn it in, probably cutscene will start. So yeah, next part we're going to continue on with the game. Happy to be back playing the game, and hopefully we'll be able to finish it sooner rather than later. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys later for some more Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory. Peace.